just after 6 o'clock. These are the top 5 stories on CBS5 News. Hundreds of protesters were in downtown Albany today for a big rally against New York State's gun law. They came from all over the state to send a strong message calling for the repeal of the New York SAFE Act. Some are even demanding the resignation of Governor Cuomo. As Syracuse deals with an aging infrastructure problem, Onondaga County is offering to pave downtown streets that are plagued by potholes. County Executive Joni Mahoney's offer comes in a letter to Syracuse Mayor Stephanie Miner. The plan offers the county's personnel and equipment to pave several deteriorating streets. Tonight, investigators are searching for several men caught stuffing meat up their clothes at local grocery stores. It happened at the Tops on Route 5 in Canastota on March 10th and 25th, and at the Tops on Route 5 in Sherrill on March 24th and 25th. Each time, several $100s worth of meat was stolen. If you have any information, you're asked to contact Madison County Sheriff's deputies or Sherrill Police. Right now, Syracuse police are searching for a missing foreign exchange student from the North Country. Investigators say the 17-year-old who was staying with a family from Alex Bay was last seen on Saturday at Destiny USA as part of a group of students. Police don't believe there's anything suspicious surrounding his disappearance and believe he simply walked away from the group. There will be a candlelight vigil tonight to honor the memory of the Southern Tier police officer killed yesterday. It's happening at 7:30 this evening in front of the Johnson City Police Department. Officer David Smith was shot and killed by his own service weapon after responding to a call at an MRI imaging center. Kelly Cowan will have a live report from Johnson City coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, legislation is working through Albany that would allow towns across the state to set speed limits on local roads. It's an idea top of mind for one neighbor in Lafayette who says people speeding down his road is putting others at risk. CBS 5's Alex Dunbar reports.
When Dennis Eberlein built his house on Sugarbush Drive in Lafayette, he only had a few neighbors. 28 years later, the area is built up with more traffic. The speed limit is set at 30 miles per hour. But Eberlein says he sees cars come off a nearby hill onto the straightaway section of the road at much higher speeds.
They're doing 40 to 50 mile an hour, some of them, going by the house. And it's just too fast for a residential neighborhood.
Eberlein asked the town of Lafayette last year to lower the speed limit to 25 miles per hour, but was told the town needs to go through a lengthy process of petitioning the DOT to change any local speed limits.
The less red tape, the less paperwork we have, I think it should be a town issue because we all have to live here and try to get along together.
80 large suburban towns like Salina, Cicero, and Geddes are exempt from the rule. And in March, the state Senate approved new legislation that would allow all towns to set speed limits on local roads. Lafayette Supervisor Bill McConnell says the law would cut through a lot of red tape.
We live here. Every town has an idea what their road structure is, the needs, the restrictions.
Eberlein made his own sign reminding drivers coming off the hill of the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. He's hoping the limit and his own sign will change and his neighborhood can feel safer. The legislation was passed by the New York State Senate, but still needs to be approved by the State Assembly before it can become a law. For now, reporting from Lafayette, I'm Alex Dunbar.
After weeks of dealing with below-average temperatures, it was a rare warm day across central New York. The temperature reached into the 50s. CBS 5's first alert meteorologist Matt Stevens was outside enjoying it at the Liverpool golf course.
And a very good early evening to you from Liverpool Golf and Country Club, where temperatures today made it into the lower 50s, low to middle 50s, depending on where you were. Really not all that far off, just to our west. As our meteorologists have been showing you back in the studio, we've hit temperatures just to our west in the 60s and even lower 70s. So we were just on the cusp of that milder. Let's be honest, given what we have had so far this season, making it into the low to mid 50s, not too shabby by this time of the year standards. So we did shoot a little bit of video earlier today. We're showing you right now the Parkway, of course, one of the signs of the seasons. Onondaga Lake Parkway up to 55 miles per hour now for the warmer weather months. And also got some great video out here at the golf course where you can see it was actually quite busy today. You know, it's funny, we talked to quite a few people and there was a single resounding theme among all of them that this has been a tough winter.
It's been awful. You know, we've had 3 years ago where we golfed and we only missed 2-3 weeks of golf. This year it seems like it's been all winter. So just excited to get out. That's about it.
And as you can clearly see, that running theme having to do with just how difficult this winter season has been. And I got to imagine it's a running theme among all Central New Yorkers. Just happy to get out and enjoy the warmer weather. For now, reporting from Liverpool Golf and Country Club, I'm CNY Central. First Alert meteorologist Matt Stevens. Back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Well, a large turnout is expected tonight at a candlelight vigil to honor fallen Johnson City police officer David W. Smith. CBS5's Kelly Cowan is with the Live Eye in Johnson City in front of the police department, where the vigil will get underway in just about an hour and a half. Kelly.
Thanks, Dory. You can see the flags are at half staff here at the Johnson City Police Department, and there's black bunting also around the doorway here. And in about an hour and a half, hundreds are expected to turn out. There have already been a few law enforcement officers who have arrived already on the scene. Nobody's starting to stand out there just yet, but a few are here, and they're ready to say goodbye to fellow officer David Smith, who lost his life in the line of duty yesterday. The 18-year vet was the first to arrive on the scene early yesterday morning at Southern Tier Imaging, where MRI technician James Clark was acting erratically, and witnesses say Clark began to attack the officer before he was able to get out of his police cruiser and was somehow able to get a hold of David Smith's duty weapon and then shot the husband and father 3 times. Clark continued to fire on arriving officers before being shot by police himself. But both shooter and Officer Smith died in a nearby hospital yesterday. Now this 7:30 p.m. where every
It looks like we're losing that signal. We'll bring you more on the vigil coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Well, the forecast is next, and the newest information about mammograms that all women should know. You're watching CBS 5 News at 6. Now today's obituaries.